Alright boys, welcome back. In this episode we're going to try to figure out what's going on with this phaser. This is a long track I built a couple years ago and it's never quite run right. I did rebuild the carbs, but what's happening is it pretty much bogs unless you flip the choke and then hit it and then turn the choke off. It'll pull the skis off the ground. Something is going on with the fuel system. It's acting like it doesn't get enough fuel. I pulled the carbs, which were surprisingly gross because, again, I rebuilt them last year, the year before, and didn't really ride it much. But what I think is interesting, this bowl was full of fuel when I pulled it out. And you can see that everything is wet in here. And when I go to this one, it looks suspiciously dry. And there is not really a drop of fuel in here. So I'm thinking there's a fuel problem on this carb. The other thing I want to mention quick is that when I rebuilt these little rubber plugs here are very important to how a phaser runs, and Yamaha wants like $9 or $10 each for them, which is idiotic. So Shottcraft sent me a phaser plug kit. These are all CNC'd aluminum with fuel resistant O-rings, so these should last a bit longer than these, but I do want to say that these are still in here pretty well. I think they've sealed, and again, I just glued those in last time with some fuel resistant adhesive. So these Shottcraft plugs are not fitting super great. This one went in with a slight tap with a dead blow. This one, I don't know if you can see, but it was so tight it sheared some of the O-ring off. So I'm gonna have to try to cut that off. And these other two holes, I don't know if the manufacturing tolerances of these carbs just aren't very good. Let's throw them in and see how she runs. One thing that I do want to point out when you're looking at these carbs, there is a tricky hole you need to look at, and it is right here, and it goes into there. So it goes from that small one into here. And it's really tiny and it's easy to miss. So make sure you poke something through that so that there's nothing clogging that. Man, it feels weird to hammer on a carb. I don't know how else to get these in though. Oh, there she goes. Again, a little bit of O-ring shearing. So I think that maybe in the future add a chamfer to that aluminum edge if there isn't one. Those are definitely sealed, but I think my old ones were sealed pretty good too. I don't know what's going on with this carb. Alright, everything's back together. We're going to drag it onto the dirt because there is no more snow and see if it's fixed. Fingers crossed. I don't get it. These carbs are clean as hell, and they just... Alright, well, this looks to be the last snowmobiling video of the season. This has been the worst winter in recent history.
Yeah, we had a tornado in Wisconsin yesterday from a thunderstorm, so that was fun.
Yeah, and I still don't know what's wrong with this phaser. If anyone has any ideas, let me know, because these carbs are clean as a whistle. And again, it's running when I hit the choke, but as soon as I turn off the choke, it's acting like it's getting no fuel. It's not making sense to me. I don't get it.
And I want my electric start.
All right, till next time, dudes. Have a good one.